What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and I'm going to be bringing you Starseries Season 3, Day 12 between Absolute Legends and Team Quantic. Thought I would talk really slowly for some reason. I have no idea why. But AO, they have picked up the Lycanthrope. That is going to be their first pick, and why, you ask? Why do you pick up the Lycanthrope? Because that is the version that we're playing in. This is the version of Lycanthrope, 0.74B. If you manage to get Lycanthrope through the pool because of some silly Venomancer ban, I don't know why you ban out Venomancer, because Venomancer is usually easily dealt with. Well, then you have the opportunity to pick up the Lycanthrope, and it doesn't matter what your team comp is going to be, Lycanthrope is going to fit in, or you build it around him, because look at that face. That is such an adorable, cute wolfy thing right there. But Team Quantic, they're going to respond picking up the Leshrac as well as the Rubik. Pretty deadly dual lane if they want to lane it like that, but most likely they're going to be more supporty. AL, they're also going to pick up the Tidehunter as well as the Invoker, so they have some pretty good team fight. They have some pretty good single target. Pretty balanced team overall. The damage is there with the Lycanthrope. We're going to see if they want to lane him or they want to go and put him in the jungle. If they put him in the jungle, well then AL, they're going to have to pick up some solid laners, someone to actually take the farm on those lanes. They could do something weird and like put the farm on the Tidehunter, but probably the Lycanthrope is going to want to lane because you usually get a little bit more gold from that. And in that sense, AL would benefit them to pick up someone who could jungle. Enchantress still in the pool, what's his face? Enigma still in the pool, Nature's Prophet still in the pool. So those are some options for AL. Team Quantic, they're very support heavy right now. Leshrac could do a little bit of damage. Rubik actually has some pretty good spells to steal, and look at that, Team Quantic. They're going to pick up the Anti-Mage, so they're going to shore up their lack of late game with that Anti-Mage pick. Anti-Mage versus Lycan, it really depends on who gets more farm and the circumstances under which they fight the enemy team. Both are very mobile, both have a lot of damage, and, well, it's fairly even, in my opinion. Lycanthrope, probably a little bit more of a threat early game. That's about it, though. Absolute Legends, they're going to ban out some heroes, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to ban out heroes. Quantic gonna ban out that Enchantress. Hell yeah, I'm correct once again in banning out that Enchantress. Well, I didn't really say that they were going to, but I will take credit for that regardless. AL banning out the Broodmother, making sure Team Quantic don't have any of their solid lanes. They do have the Tidehunter to possibly deal with that Broodmother, but still, Broodmother is such a pain in the ass. You really never want to deal with that. So what's the best way of dealing with it? Well, you take her out of the pool with your magic drafting powers, which is somehow related to the world of Dota. I don't know. These guys are just fighting for some reason. They don't like each other. Why? Is this a political war? Is this a war for some cause? Is there some crazy dictator? No one knows. They just hate each other's guts. But they're also all mercenaries, because you do pay gold to pick these heroes. So this is a war that's, I mean, I don't know about in Dota 2, but in Dota 1, I believe if you left the game there and like didn't touch it at all and just let the creeps fight, I believe the Sentinel would win. I actually have no idea. I like honestly don't know, but I don't really know who would win if you just let a game of Dota 2 be. I guess it'll depend on the regeneration of some heroes and of some units and how lucky they are, or something like that. I would like to actually see that. Just let a game of Dota 2 run, no hero picks, no nothing. Just let the creep waves continuously clash against each other and then see which team manages to win. And that will show who has the stronger army between the Radiant and the Dire. Because really, I mean, their soldiers are just like constantly dying, and they're paying gold for these heroes to come in and turn the tide. They should make another game, Dota 2.5, where you play as a melee creep. You just, well, you're just on rails and you just go in and kill yourself. It would be a bestseller, and you could have like $2,000 worth of DLC. We'll call it Creep Simulator 2012. Okay, but that's enough about that. AL, they're gonna ban out the Bounty Hunter, once again preventing Quantic from getting that hard lane. Although Team Quantic, they are on the Dire, and you know what Dire could do? They could hire the bestest long lane in all of Dota. They're gonna hire the Beastmaster. You heard it here first, guys. It's gonna happen. Team Quantic, what do they want to actually ban out? They're going to ban out the Shadow Demon. Absolute Legends kind of support light only with that Tidehunter. You'd never want the Tidehunter to be the primary support because then the Tidehunter will be very sad, and sad fish is a bad fish. One fish, two fish, sad fish, green fish. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about this game. But you know what? I already casted 3 games today, I think. How many did I don't know. They were pretty one was long. I don't know. I don't even remember. Shadow Shaman is going to be the pickup for Absolute Legends, and Team Quantic going to spawn with the Windrunner. I'm wrong. They're not going to hire the bestest hard lane. They're going to get the second bestest hard lane, the Windrunner. She could survive in that bottom lane with that wind run, but with the Beastmaster, you really do have options on that bottom lane because you could use axes to, you know, steal some creeps, or you could stack Ancients. Stacking Ancients is usually the more common thing to do. But AL, I mean, these players have been around the block. They know what to do versus a Beastmaster on the hard lane. They're going to be warding that Ancient camp all day long. So either way, you know, you're pretty much screwed on that hard lane. AL, going to pick up the Shadow Shaman. That's going to be the primary support with the Tidehunter to help out. Now, what they really need is an Enigma. It's perfect. It's perfect, guys. Then that would give Lycan a free lane, and oh, they're going to go with the Chaos Knight. So they're going to go for the 2 semi-carry build. That will probably mean Lycan is going to jungle. And then, well, I don't know, Invoker is definitely getting a solo lane, but the other lanes for AL might be a little bit of a crunch. Not that much lane control there. Lycanthrope in the jungle, Invoker in the mid lane. I don't know, Tide on top, and then CK Shadow Shaman. You don't really need all that many people to go up against the Windrunner, because just one support hero to support him back, and that should be fine. Team Quantic, they're going to pick up the Storm Spirit, go into that mid lane. So Quantic, they do have a pretty solid 4-1 strat. AL have a little bit more invested into the late game. With a very, they could play very aggressively. Quantic also could be very aggressive. Hopefully these two teams will just clash and we'll have a bloodfest with unhappiness everywhere, and then both the Radiant and Dire are like, guys, why do we have to keep reviving you? We thought that you were the best of the best. And then the heroes are just like, shut up, we're giving you money by killing the creeps. And they're like, no, we would have gotten that money anyway. And then they go on strike, and then you have to pay for the extra DLC packs so you keep playing. Hopefully that won't happen. Anti-Mage on strike. We will not burn mana until our demands are met. What do we want? Butterfly. When do we want it? Now. Okay. Well, now we're actually into the game, so we get to see something happen. Aside from the pick and banning, which is, I'm sure some people find exhilarating, but I'd rather see this shirtless anti-mage being played by Korok. 1437 is going to be playing that Rubik. Painted Gold is on the Leshrac. Brax is heading towards the mid lane as a Storm Spirit, and Universe is going to be the last one playing the Windrunner. Stand and Sony on the that's not a Windrunner, that's an Invoker. They're both very girly, so I sometimes get them confused. Clearly, God is going to be playing the CK Freezer, going to the bot lane as well as the Tidehunter. Mania is going to be playing the Shadow Shaman, and mid lane, come with me. He's geared up for the jungle, so I don't think he's going to stick around that mid lane forever. Shoutouts going out to everyone. Shoutouts to whoever is watching this now. There we go. Got my shout out there. I will shout that out. Oh no! Universe killed it. No, the dog actually timed out. Okay. Or got resummoned. Yeah, there you go. But these wolves are a new advanced breed of wolves. They're not your ordinary dogs. These are dogs of flight. They've taken to the skies, and now they're the world's most dominant predators. Russian engine is kind of headache. I don't know what that means. But these wolves, most fearsome hunters in the world. Move over falcons, move over eagles. The skyward wolf is now the primary predator of the skies. Don't know why that happens, guys, but it's awesome to see. Looks like on the bot lane, it's going to be a tri-lane of Painted Gold Universe as well as 157, leaving Korok on the top lane. Though they predicted this. They knew that this was going to happen. Korok as an anti-mage versus the Tidehunter. Anti-mage is going to have such a good time there. He's going to take a little bit of burst damage in the early stages because of the Anchor Smash. But once that mana break goes onto the freezer for a couple times, there you go. The mana break is already starting. And there goes all of Freezer's mana. Nothing to do there. Storm Spirit going toe-to-toe with the Invoker on that mid lane. But this tri-lane, this is a kill tri-lane. The #1 goal of Quantic is to get kills onto God. Already with an Illusion Rune. That'll help out. That'll help out quite a bit. But a single Shackle Shot or a Telekinesis will lead into a Split Earth, and then a Shackle Shot or, you know, a Telekinesis follow-up. But they have a lot of stuns, and the right-click damage will be enough to shut down this bottom lane. They would like to go for Mania. He has a little bit less armor. He has a little bit less total health. But God is going to be the ones on the front lines, so God is probably going to be a more realistic target. Looks like 157 and Painted Gold. Going to look for Come With Me. Did I not go over that he's playing Lycan? I don't think I did. Oh no, you're spotted out by the Skywolf. 1437 though. He's a very capable mage, and he's able to kill the Skywolf. Bring down its feathers to feed his clan. Universe is being left alone on this bottom lane. Because Quantic, AL, they don't know where the enemies are. They know that there's a tri-lane bot lane, but they don't know exactly where the tri-lane is at this current stage in the game. Korok and Freezer's constantly wailing at each other, but the Anti-Mage will have a huge advantage in this lane. One of the few lanes that Anti-Mage actually manages to win, that you actually see in pro games. Like usually 1 versus 1 in a melee, Anti-Mage does win. Panic Gold, Universe, and 1437 have arrived back into this lane. Universe is the one getting the farm. I'm surprised they're actually not putting it onto the Leshrac. In my opinion, Leshrac could use the farm a little bit better than a Windrunner. Windrunner will be able to get those utility items, get those support items up a little bit quicker. And Leshrac, he could really go with nothing. He's fine with that. But he's a lot better once he does get a little bit of gold in his pocket. Universe standing very aggressively. Gonna look for a shackle onto God. Eventually. I don't know what the hell this ward is doing for Quantic. I don't think it blocks anything. We'll see though. I've never seen a ward. It doesn't really see anything either. Split Earth onto the Flying Wolves. I don't know how that hit them, guys. Ground attacks. Makes no sense. Let's see if this is blocked. Oh, it is blocked. Well, I'll be damned. Learn something new every day. It's kind of a weird elongated spawn block, though. Or maybe that was just the corpse of the previous centaur. We'll check again at 4 minutes. But it's a really weird ward. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that ward. Because it doesn't offer any vision. Like, at all. 0 vision on that ward. It's purely an anti-camp ward if it does block off that camp. But if any action is going to happen, it's going to happen on spot lane until Korok gets his level 6. In which case he could put down a lot of burst damage on that Tidehunter. I mean, like 273 mana, not the most. But still, that extra jump in power from Korok getting that 1 level is going to be huge. And that will give him an opportunity to bring down this Tidehunter. I'm going to actually keep an eye on the Tidehunter. Sony and Brax going toe-to-toe. Going to wait for that 4-minute rune. Sony's taking a lot of damage, but he does have some quas, so he should be able to regenerate that up. It's on the bot lane, actually. The rune 147 does pick that up. And Lycan going toe-to-toe with the bears. Looks like this ward actually does block this camp. I don't know why you would make a spawn block like this, but hey, AL, they're confused as to why it's not spawning. Korok eating some tower shots. Probably not what he wants to have happen, but he's probably going to go for a Ring of Health, get a Battle Fury as fast as he can. And he should be just fine. 157 invisible. Looking to get Sony on the mid lane. Or G? God? No, God's looking towards the mid lane as well. He wants to kill Brax before he hits level 6. There's the Reality Rift. Chaos Bolt as well. Gonna get a 2-second stun for a perfectly aligned Sunstrike. Boom goes the Dynamite, and CK picks up first blood on the Storm Spirit. And he is finding that extremely hilarious for some reason. How come everyone laughs when they get first blood? Shouldn't it be like, yeah, bitch, I got first blood, what's up? This bot lane has yet to really get a kill. But you know what? Universe is getting free farm. Windrunner doesn't need a whole lot of protection to get free farm. But she's happy with it, I guess. God is going to run into the Leshrac. Take a Split Earth as well. Shackle Shot. The angle isn't there yet. Telekinesis is going to allow time for the Power Shot to hit, but the Edict damage won't be enough. CK is on the run. The Shackle Shot, unfortunately, not available. Sunstrike going to hit squarely onto Painted Gold's head. Unfortunately, he dies right before that to the frickin' one range creep. Universe is going to take a Hex. He has already used his Wind Run, but he does have a Shackle Shot in his pocket, so he could use it if he wants to, but this doesn't look like he has to. Quantic losing 1 in exchange for none. God, again, with that very high armor on the CK, did manage to mitigate a lot of the damage from that only level 1 Edict, plus the right clicks, which did allow him to run out of there on his little horse. Brax and Sony get a run to the 6-minute rune, and it's not even there. Once again, it's 1-4-3-7 with the rune, as Sony goes toe-to-toe with Brax. Brax might be able to get this kill with a couple more ball lightnings. Sony has regenerated up a little bit of health with that magic wand, going to pop off the Quas runes as well as the salve, and he's going to be just fine. Oh no, you hate to see it happen. Freezer, he does have tangos, he should be fine. Eat it, yum 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 yum. It's fiber, it's good for you. Using a telekinesis, slow down Freezer in exchange for 2 tangos, not bad. Painted Gold, gonna take a gush and come with me is here as well. Split Earth is going to hit perfectly though. Painted Gold, boom, Sunstrike. But Freezer does not have any mana. Come with me without that level 6, only level 3. So he's unable to seal off that kill. I feel like Come With Me, it's very low level. He's not doing too hot in the jungle there. Get this camp denied to him, I guess, but I don't know. Let's take a look at how Korok is doing. 43 for 27, completely dominating that Tidehunter lane. Quantic, they just got a good read on AL. They knew exactly where that Tidehunter was going. They knew that they could lane the Anti-Mage there and he will be safe. Of course, it's also kind of lucky that they actually were correct in their predictions, which kind of helps. But if they didn't get it correct, then they just would have lane swapped immediately. And Quantic, they do have some pretty versatile lanes, so it would have worked out decently for them anyway. I don't think AO would have laned the Tidehunter solo on the safe lane. Even if they could, I guess, but it's definitely not what I would do. Rubik is only level 2 at this point. Leshrac also not having the most experience. Oh wow, 49 experience per minute. Feeder noob. But surprisingly, this Lycan is getting thrashed in the jungle. This is not 0.75. This is when Lycan is strong. But still, he is trying to take a double stack, I guess. He's not having a good time at all. Invoker with the haste room, going to go to the top lane, going to look for Korok. He does have 3 points of blink, so he should be just fine. But Sony is still here. If he lands a Sunstrike, then Korok is pretty much dead. Sunstrike is going to land on Korok. Cold Snap as well, blink into the trees. And Anti-Mage, Deafening Blast going to barely miss the Anti-Mage, but one hit. Sony's going to get pulled back, and Korok is blinking through the trees, just hopping through there. He is going to live from that. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Universe is going to look for a Shackle. Not going to latch onto God. 2-0 in favor of Absolute Legends, but, you know, Quantic, they do have the farmers that are really being pretty effective in the top lane. Freezer is getting engaged by 157, and Korok can look for that Mana Void. Freezer with the jukes. Unfortunately, jukes cannot last forever. 6 HP, and 1-4-3-7 is going to take that kill with one more green blob of energy, I guess. Get a free kill for him. I really wonder what's the deal with Come With Me. He's struggling in the jungle. And something you really wouldn't expect is God is taking a lot of damage. Painted Gold takes a Sunstrike to the head. God is going to try to run away. The Shock from Mania will kill off that Leshrac. God once again surviving with not much HP to spare. Yeah, but as I was saying, I really wonder what's happening with Come With Me. Because he's been struggling a lot in this jungle. Only level 3 with this much EXP per minute on a jungle Lycan. That's not what you expect. That's what you expect from like a jungle CK or something like that. Lycan's struggling. He's struggling, he is. And his wolves are so bad, they're so sad about his struggling, that they've taken to the ground. They have lost their ability to fly to help their master on the ground. It's very poetic. Universe is going to go straight for that mechanism. I mean, what else is he going to go for? I guess Orchid. I don't really see that being viable. But 4 on the spot lane, as CK is still with very low HP. Freezer and Mania are around. Freezer is level 6 with that Ravage armed. But Korok is the real problem for AL. Free farming Anti-Mage, yeah, you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that at all, especially when your Lycanthrope isn't getting all that much farm. When your CK, well, he's getting decent amount of farm, but his gold per minute, EXP per minute, right here, gold per minute is, yeah, still in the middle of the pack. Quantic leading as far as everything is going. See that right there? XP is kind of a wash, but with now 3-4 on the bot lane, level 6 on Mania. They're going to take down this tier 1 tower. This tier 1 tower doesn't stand a snowball's chance in hell. Power shot's going to fly, split earth's going to miss. And Mania actually wants to hold on to this. He's going to try to just right click down this tower, save his serpent wards for the tier 2s. So he's saving them up. But Korok and 157 are going to strike a little bit quicker as the fortifications do slow down the Radiant push. Dire have taken down the tower, but the Invoker does pick up the tower eventually. And with the wards still in the Shadow Shaman's pocket, he could drop them out whenever he wants, pick up this tower. Lycanthrope a little bit low on mana, is going to get that Vladimir's offering, so the pushing could continue. Power shots once again flying out. There's the Serpent Wards together with the Creep Wave. This tower is going to start to take a lot of damage. God should actually have to tank this. Creep Wave is quite a ways away. You don't want these Serpent Wards to tank the Wolves on the front line. There you go, those guys can tank. Fade Bolt going to fly. Very low level Fade Bolt though, only level 3. I say very low, but the tower does go down. Deny attempted, fortunately failed. Teleports coming into this mid lane, but it's too late. Leshrac with the level 2 Edict already has picked up that tower. Now Universe is going to eat these wards up. But 2 towers taken for AL, 2 towers taken for Quantic. Just a matter of tower spread. A tier 2 tower and a tier 1, I'd say, is a lot better than 2 tier 1s. Brax, with the regeneration rune, is making full use of it to move around. Why? Because you can, as a regeneration rune, Storm Spirit. You don't want to run that out. Hell, burn all your mana. Go anywhere you wish. The world is your oyster. Just don't get hit. Don't burn it, Brax. Don't burn it. Oh, he burned it. Well, I mean, like, what else is he gonna do just besides just like clear off trees and stuff like that? But 3 for 1. Quantic getting the farm advantage in this game. Let's see how far along Korok is. He has a haste rune, so he had a haste rune. He's running in a really weird way, but he is almost at his Battle Fury. He's gonna dive straight into the lane, go for Freezer, burn the rest of his mana, because hell, why not? You're anti-mage, and no fish is gonna mess with you if you burn his mana. No, what are you doing here, Brax? Completely out of position. Gonna take a Sunstrike. He's gonna go down. I don't know why he was there. I'm like, well, nothing is really happening. But no, Storm Spirit is suicidal, apparently. Painted Gold with 3 points in Edict. They're gonna try to take down this tower. Not the most pushing power, but hey, Edict. Still the best spell in the game for taking down towers. Teleportation is coming in the Tidehunter's 3-second stun on the Painted Gold. Freezer does have that Ravage. He's going to burn it for Painted Gold and 147. Painted Gold is going to die to this one. Is he? Yes, he is. And now 147 on the run. But he's completely swamped. Shackle, the Sunstrike, not even needed as... Well, Sony gets the kill anyway, even though his Sunstrike missed. Sony actually rushed to Yule's Scepter. Very interesting from the Invoker. Skipping the Phase Boots, skipping the Drum, skipping the Force Staff, Blink Dagger. You're going to go for that utility disable. Interesting. Could line up for a Sunstrike as well as a Chaos Meteor, deafening Blast combo, which is fun and all, but is it the most effective way to build Invoker? I don't know. I personally like to get the basic items a little bit faster. But Korok has finally procured his Battle Fury. He's going to be AFK farming in the jungle until he's ready to kill everything. Stun going to get dodged by Braxton. A double Shackle Shot is going to save Universe as well as the Storm Spirit. Lucky by Brax. Just in time with that Ball Lightning to dodge that CK Bolt. If he took that stun, he would have gone down 100% with the stuns that are available from Mania. Come with me on this top lane. Gonna look towards a Medallion, but only level 7 on the Lycanthrope. Once again, I wish I could have been watching him a little bit closer, but apparently he just had some trouble in that lane. Anti-Mage level 11, most gold per minute. And that is not the right button. Most EXP per minute as well. So Korok is going to be an absolute terror, and you do not want to mess with Korok in the late game. Serpent Wards do get dropped for this tier 1 mid tower. Freezer leading the charge with a shark on his head. He's even taking some tower shots, because why not? You have a shark on your head to protect yourself. Power shots flying, Fade Bolt flying, but this tower is going to go down to the Shadow Shaman. Double Shackle, Sony and Freezer. Korok does take a 2-second stun. Is there a chain stun here? Sunstrike not going to hit on anyone, but a huge deafening blast hitting all 4. Korok is there with the cleave damage. but he's shackled up and he's going to try to blink away just barely. No, the Urn charge does take him down. Sony shackled to a tree. He's going to probably get out of this. Brax is completely out of mana. Come With Me is stunned up. 157 did steal that Chaos Bolt, leading into a chain stun from Painted Gold. As AL lose 4, Brax looking for some mana to chase down this Invoker. Unfortunately, is completely out. The only one to go down for Quantic is the Anti-Mage, which really sucks for them. But hey, everyone else on their team did get a little something out of that. So they're going to be happy with that engagement. Anti-Mage unfortunately did take that Urn, and he only has 1 point of the Spell Shield. He got a lot of stats. Or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he took out 3 points of stats. So it's a different kind of bulk, but hell, if he protected himself from that, like a little bit more shock, a little bit more of the CK Bolt, he would have been probably alive. It would have been close. Quantic taking a really good fight there, extending their lead, bringing their experience lead back into their favor. They really just need this Anti-Mage to keep farming. Like Anti-Mage, never stop farming. He should probably also get some of his other skills, because they're pretty good. Come With Me is going to be the target as Korok blinks right in. 2-second stun, and the Anti-Mage right-click damage is absolutely huge. Come With Me does get taken down by Korok. So much right-click damage. Level 12 versus a level 8. 4-second stun onto Korok, though. Sunstrike is going to line up with the Chaos Meteor. Korok taking a lot of magical damage. Going to blink out just barely. Is he going to burn from this? Yes, he is going to burn from that one. And the Rubik gets taken down as well. See? If you had the Spell Shield, you would have been fine. You would have been fine. But Anti-Mage dies twice in a row. I mean, like, he did get a kill on that Lycan, but 2 for 1. I think that AL are going to be quite okay with that, especially since they're going to take a tier 1 tower on top of it. Brax is in the mid lane, pushing that out. Come With Me has arrived. Pretty sure Brax could go toe-to-toe with this guy. I don't know, these wolves hurt quite a bit, so it's going to be close. The tower is going to go down. Brown is around here. Universe going to try to stun Freezer. He's taking a gush in exchange. The tower does go down to Mania. Somehow, with 78 damage plus 3, when everyone else on his team is dealing a ton more. There's the mobility from the Invoker. He has a ton of Exhort. This Sunstrike is going to deal a crap ton of damage. Keep in mind that the Sunstrike does deal pure damage, so it doesn't matter how many points of Spell Shield the Anti-Mage has. He's going to take full damage from that Sunstrike. The Meteor does not deal pure damage, so that's why I said it would have saved him if he had a couple more points of that Spell Shield. Now Brax might be in a little bit of trouble. Unfortunately, the Chaos Knight not close enough for that Chaos Bolt. He's instead going to go for 157, but he gets telekinesis right back into Brax. Probably should have threw him into the Roche Pit. 2-second stun onto 157. Sunstrike going to line up as well. Boom! And a gush to finish him off. Fire and water combining to kill off that Rubik. Korok has got to blink himself out of there, as he does. Rubik has been brought down. Are there wards available? I cannot click on Mania. There you go. There are wards. They could go for a tier 2 tower. They could go for Roshan right now. Looks like the target of choice is going to be this tier 2 tower. As the creep wave gets annihilated, maybe the target is not going to be the tier 2 tower. CK only level 9. It's kind of, well, I mean, there are lower, I guess, but he was getting a lot of the farm. Come With Me with a medallion as well as the Vlad's offering. Could solo Roshan, but Painted Gold. He is ever watching. You cannot fool Painted Gold. Brax as well. They have full vision over this Roche Pit. Sunstrike is going to annihilate that Anti-Mage. Korok getting caught out once again. Uncharacteristic play from him. Being very, very careless, and he's paying the price for it. AL just getting constantly fed these kills. I wasn't even thinking anything was going to happen here. Especially, I mean, Anti-Mage solo? Like, if anything, there would be an engagement up here, or maybe like down here. But not over here, not an Anti-Mage. That's just silly. But AL, they're more than okay with taking those picks. They're going to bring down this tier 2 tower. They still do have those sentry wards. They could go to the top lane, push that out, or they could try to go for a high ground attempt. But they're just going to play it safe and get Roshan. Fair enough. Or maybe not. God teleporting out. They're not going to do anything together. They're just going to go their separate ways, get a little more farm up. But hell, they should stick around, because so far Quantic have been more than happy to throw themselves at AL one at a time. So if the trend continues, then you get infinite kills. And that is a pretty good deal. Infinite kills, I would take that in my games. it would help a lot. It would, especially as a silencer or a pudge or something like that. Sony is going to look towards Brax. Does he have a place stun? Yes, Mania is here. Oh, there's the Cyclone. There's the Chaos Meteor as well as the... Oh my god. There goes the Storm Spirit, flattened by a rock. Took a Sunstrike to the face also. That Eul Scepter, perfect setup with that Sunstrike combo. Storm Spirit, not even enough time to zip out of there with his Ball Lightning. And AL, an instant smoke up. Gonna look for someone, gonna look for anyone. They're going to walk right by this Observer Ward. No big deal. They're still invisible. Looks like God might be in a little bit of trouble as Korok, as well as 1437, going to look to engage on him. But he's very durable at this point. Korok does deal a lot of damage though. 147 going to get the telekinesis off. Fade Bolt as well. And the Mana Void will not be enough. He's going to take a 3-second stun. Stolen from 157 though. He's going to go down to this. Going to try to Reality Rift him through. But in the meantime, Leshrac did get picked off by Sony once again. 705 on this Invoker. Just on point with all of his spells. The Serpent Wards do get dropped. Alacrity on to come with me. And this tier 3 tower is going to get dropped. Goodbye, tier 3 tower. It was nice knowing you. Quantic's Rakdos are now in danger. The Fade Bolts are going to fly. Power Shot as well. Stun. Gonna latch, come with me. Are they going to go in on this? Sunstrike getting a hit onto Universe. Do a lot of damage. 4-second stun on to come with me. Chain stunning with that Split Earth as Brax going to go straight in for Mania. Do as much damage as he can. He's going to take a Power Shot as well. But the Rock is rolling through straight into Brax. He's going to live through this just barely. Universe also not taking down. Painted Gold in the front line. He's going to go for Freezer and Sony. But he is way out of position. He's paid the price there. Korok going to look for Freezer. But Freezer is long gone. And Sony soon to follow. Quantic, they do hold their oh, they didn't. They lost their range racks because of those Serpent Wards. They lose the range racks, not the biggest deal. Usually when you lose your range racks, you could still hold the lane. I mean, you do get a little bit more pressure from these bigger ranged creeps, but really losing the melee racks is a big deal. Losing the range racks is, meh, we could still hold on. But Quantic 14 for 9. They're not doing that hot. Korok is going for a Manta style, but usually at this point Korok is rolling the dough. He still is leading in gold in EXP per minute. And why can't I click on the U button? There you go, gold per minute, showing the same, but he's getting picked off unnecessarily. Quite a few times also. That's not what you want to have happen as an anti-mage. That's like how not to play a carry. Brax has completed his Bloodstone, 23 minutes into the game. Not the worst I've seen, but still, he's got caught out quite a few times with that Invoker combo. They really got to kill this Invoker. Not only is he just a giant problem, but that'll also give the killer a whole butt ton of gold. And if it's Korok, then Korok is going to be very happy about that. He's just farming everywhere. The flash farm from Anti-Mage is insane. But will it be enough? Because AL, they do have half fracks on that mid lane. It's a little bit of constant pressure applied there. Korok can try to get that bottom tower. Ooh, come with me, smoked up. Gonna look towards the flying Roshan. And now you want your flying wolves, because now your wolves can attack Roshan because they're on the ground. I'm just bullshitting, guys. It's really not actually a thing. Everyone from Quantic is on the top lane except for Korok, looking to take a tier 2 tower. Come with me. He's gonna have a free Roshan kill right here. Quantic is not in a position to deal with this. I don't even think they know about it. Although Brax seems to be suspicious. The Courier's flying out. Are they going to spot him out? No, it's just a teleportation scroll for Korok. The Roshan's going to get brought down. Boom, Lycanthrope does... No, boom, Lycanthrope does pick up that Aegis. BKB on the way as well. Lycanthrope's going to be a pretty big problem. But he's still kind of fragile. You saw last time, 4-second stun with a Split Earth that didn't even chain stun perfectly. But he still got brought down extremely quickly. Anti-Mage is capable of dueling him, I believe, especially once he gets his Manta style. Korok is going to find Sony. There's a Sunstrike. No, just a Eul Scepter. No big deal, man. He could have probably killed that Anti-Mage. Well, with a mech, it would have been close. Korok still does not have that spell shield maxed out. Oh, please don't run up there. He's going to run straight into Mania. There's the Hex. And a Shackle to follow. Shackle to follow. No, he's going to blink out of there. Korok wants more. He's going to keep going. There goes the ultimate form from Come With Me. Korok is going to take an Medallion. Split Earth missing. Come With Me is instead going to go for 157. Going to lift him up. Hold him back a little bit. Looks like Brax is going to be the target. No, Come With Me. Can't get his paws on anyone. And everyone from Quantic has fallen back successfully. Not losing anyone, not gaining anyone, but hey, they baited out the shapeshift. Not the longest cooldown, but if they take a fight right now, then it's going to be worth it. Korok needs more farm. He does have his match style, but he does not have a buyback. Sony the Invoker going to get initiated upon by Brax immediately. He doesn't have much backup. He's forced to zip out Freezer with a haste rune. Immediately able to reinforce that. He's going to go for a Force Staff, so that's going to be his initiation. Force Staff in for a Ravage. And Quantic, they don't have any BKBs, so they're pretty much screwed once that happens. And AL, they're going to have to kill off all of Quantic during the stun duration of that Ravage, or else everything is going to go to hell. They do have quite a few disables, so they do have a little bit of leeway. But all 5 are heading towards this mid lane for AL. This is their attempt at melee Rax's. Brax is already setting up some of his copies. Fade Bolt, Power Shot. Creep Wave didn't see what hit him. And Korok does have a TP scroll, so he's just going to keep farming. If you get a buyback for this fight, then that's just going to be amazing. But of course, the most convenient double damage rune in the world, on God, who's going for a Sange. Very interesting there. Serpent Wards do get dropped, and these Raxes are going to drop as well. Fortification, will it be used? I don't think it's worth it. Sunstrike gonna go onto the Svrubik. Oh my god, I thought it was a Storm Spear, but I'm like, Svrubik. But there goes the Rubik, forced to buy back. Sony with a maxed out Exhort, you do not mess with that. He will kill your ass very easily. But the Raxes have been brought down before Quantic. AL just took themselves a pretty substantial lead, even though the golden XP graph might not reflect that. The income is going to be severely restricted for Quantic. They're going to be forced to play on their side of the map because the mid lane is constantly going to be pushing in. And AL, they know it. They're going to go straight for the tier 2 tower in the top lane. Sony popping off those Forged Spirits, and this tower is not long for life. I wonder if God is going to go for a Halberd to counter off this Anti-Mage, but Anti-Mage has a match style, so it could be pretty difficult. Sange does give a lot of cost-effective HP, though, so that might be just holding it for that. Together with a Vit Booster, just tank it up. Teleportation back from Korok. This could be the fight that Quantic want. Like, they have to take a fight, or else they're just going to keep getting pressured back. Freezer's looking for an opportunity to Force Staff in. Land that Ravage. The drum gets popped off. Gush onto Painted Gold. Freezer's going to close in. Just going to allow his team to get to the tier 3 tower. Shackle going to fly. Latch Freezer to a random tree. Korok is going to try to burn out his mana, but it doesn't have much in that. Freezer is going to unleash the Ravage, hit Korok as well as Brax as he initiated his... oh my god, immediately gets initiated upon by the rest of the heroes. 157 going to get flattened by the rock. He's going to live from this one with those Magic Stick charges. Freezer going to try to run away. He's going to go down, and everyone from AL is actually falling. Quantic taking a very good fight. Come with me, still with the Aegis. Got completely ignored this entire time. Korok doing work. Come with me, going to get pulled back into Brax. Come with me is going to lose his Aegis. Reality Rift from 147. Is there another disable, though? Yes, Telekinesis is up. Reality Rift is up. There's the Telekinesis on to Come with me. He's going to go down. I don't know how Quantic did it, and I just like completely blanked out in my mind there. But hey, they did it. They defended. They team wiped AL. And I mean, they didn't lose anyone. They only lost Leshrac. But you know what? Acceptable losses. He's a support hero. Support heroes deserve death. Now Brax, 11 charges on his Bloodstone, and Quantic, with the melee Rax lost, they unfortunately cannot push down the mid lane. It'll simply be too slow. So that team wipe is just to serve a warning for AL to not get into their base, because Violators will be shot on sight. Honestly, don't know what happened in that fight to let AL lose that game so badly, lose that fight so badly. I think Invoker just probably got caught out. That was, quite frankly, horrible spectating by me, so I apologize, guys. Like, I was watching on Korok doing his shenanigans. He's gonna get hexed by Mania. Is there any blink follow-up? He's gonna get the Serpent Mars dropped onto him. Sunstrike as well. Oh, just dodged out from Anti-Mage. Shackle not long enough. Only level 1. That extra duration would have been more than enough to get that Sunstrike, and he probably would have died to that. But Rubik has stolen the shapeshift. He's gonna be a little tiny wolf firing little green bolts of death. Look at that. How adorable. Popping off arcane boots. The tiny wolf, and 157 has lost that now, or at least for now. But Quantic, they're not out of it yet. They show that they could take AL in a 5v5 Rumble. Even with the Ravage hitting... Well, I guess Ravage only hit 2. I guess that's also part of the reason why it didn't go exactly the way of AL. And all of the Invoker spells were focused on the Rubik, who didn't even die. Poor staff Rubik, saving lives since, how many versions ago? Like 2 or 3 versions ago? Full versions ago. When the 4 staff got introduced. Actually, that was quite a while ago. I remember when it got introduced, I'm like, this is a horrible item, why would anyone get this? Yeah, I was wrong, just a little bit. But AL, they're not deterred. BKB acquired by Lycan. Sanj still on CK. Halberd? I'm guessing Halberd. I don't know why you would get S and Y. Power shots will fly, but AL, they're going to keep pushing for this. Ravage is up. Serpent Ward is not yet up, but they should be up by the time they reach the base. Everything from Quantic is up as well. Power shot's going to fly. Fade Bolt's going to fly. Do a lot of minus damage. Come with me. Not going to get lashed to anything. They really need those shackle shots to latch. Creep Wave is going to spawn, get annihilated. The Serpent Wards are down. Brax is going to go right in for Mania. Korok as well with the BKB. Going to try to take down Shadow Shaman. He's going to take a lot of right-click damage, though, but he's very tanky at this point. Double shackle onto Freezer as well as Sony. Levitated into the air. Will he get brought down before he get the Ravage off? He's going to move into position. Korok still alive, still doing work. There's the Ravage, hitting onto Universe as well as Korok. He's going to take a whole lot of Invoker spells. Does he have a buyback? He does not. And Brax is going to get initiated upon, or try to get brought down. Mania with the blink in as well as a shock will bring down the Storm Spirit, but he instantly buys back into the game. Huge zip in, gonna go for God once again, gonna take a 2-second stun as well as his Eul Cyclone up. Burn a lot of his mana to get out of there. Come with me, gonna get pulled, probably gonna get dropped right here. Yes, he will. Sony and Mania as well as God very low on HP, but the Raxes are still up. Sony gonna try to do something. God gonna walk right back into this. Gonna go for a 3-second stun onto Universe. Hex to follow as well, and Universe does get taken down. Brax, you need to get into this fight, man. Everyone's weak. Kill them all. Kill them all. Shackle shot onto Freezer, gonna lash into a creep. Brax has arrived into this fight. Freezer is still shackled, and he's probably gonna go down to this one. Mania very low as well. He's gonna get shot down by Universe. And now Brax is gonna want more. God is gonna try to get out of here, but the Cyclone plus the Ghost Walk from Sony, he's gonna get away from this. The Raxes have gone down. And I don't know why I keep saying that people are getting initiated upon. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense. So that's something that I just gotta fix, and I will try to, but hell, action casting is pretty hard. Oh, Sunstrike on the Universe, that does a lot of damage. Action casting is very hard to improve upon because it all happens very quickly, and you just gotta be aware of what you gotta do before it actually happens. But, you know what? One step at a time. One step at a time. Sony versus Korok. Korok wants this fight, but Sony has a Eul Scepter, 4 staff as well. Gonna try to hide himself in the trees. Cyclone onto Korok. Won't be enough to save you, though. Sunstrike is going to land right onto Korok. Korok is not deterred. Here comes the CK, though. Can get the tornado plus a stun. No, he's confused with the Manta Style Illusions. There goes all of his health. Korok just going on a rampage. Gonna use that Mana Void to bring down the Invoker. Now he wants CK, but everyone else. Universe, what are you doing there? Out of position. He's gonna get brought down by an Anchor Smash. Korok can't click on the minimap. Korok is still stuck in the trees. Blink forward right into a pile of AL heroes. Gonna take a Gush. Gonna take an Urn Charge as well. Gonna try to blink out, but the Hex is perfectly in time. Korok gets brought down, giving Freezer a double kill.
You feed the crabs.
Does he have a buyback? No, he doesn't. This is going to be the push from AL, trying to bring down the last Tier 3 tower, along with a set of Raxes. Korok, unfortunately, losing his life there. I think Quantic may have run out of steam. Like, Brax is tanky and everything. He has quite a few charges on his Bloodstone. But other than that, his buddies don't have enough. The Yank Mage does have enough, but Universe completely caught out of position. Korok trying to be a little greedy. Wards do get dropped. Phantasm dropped as well. Goodbye, tower. Sony picks up that one, and the Raxes are going to go down as well. Without Korok, they simply cannot fight this. And now AL, they've taken down the bottom Rax. They've taken down the mid Rax, taking a tour of the Quantic base. They're going to go for the last Rax to be up. Goodbye, Rax. Freezer's going to take a shackle, not going to lash. 3-man Ravage, and Brax is in the back. Going to go for Mania. Try to do as much damage as he can. He's going to bring him down, but there are mega creeps right now. Brax has popped BKB for this fight. 10-second BKB charge, but it's not going to be enough. Come with me. Going to try to chase after Painted Gold, but blocked by Brax. Beautiful body blocking. Power shot? Power shot is going to lash, and Telekinesis Fade Bolt is going to bring that Lycan to his death. But, I don't know. They got 2 kills. It's fantastic. Oh, Kurok wants more. Oh, get the cleave damage. Get it. No. Sony is running the complete other way. I think this is the one last ditch effort. Boom. Chaos Bolts. Long range Chaos Bolt. The hell is that? That was the one last ditch effort from the anti-mage, I guess. He doesn't have any lifesteal. He doesn't have that much damage to clear off a path to the Mega Creep, to the throne in one fell swoop. I do think that this is it for Quantic. AL. I mean, they don't even have to wait for Ravage or Lycan, to be honest. They could just sit back in the base and let these creeps push in until everything is up. 10 seconds, 40 seconds, 70 seconds. So I'm pretty sure in 70 seconds this game should be winding down to a close, guys. I don't know what the hell CK is going for in his build. Usually you see a Vanguard, Drum Vanguard. But Sanj? Why not? Not even going for that halberd. Gonna go straight for a heart. So he's just bulking up, as I said before. Relying on Come With Me to do the damage. Come With Me doesn't even have that much. Skull Basher. There you go. The Mega Creeps are slowly bearing down onto the Quantic side. You could see Anti-Mage picking up a Morbid Mask. That's really the only way to clear off Mega Creeps. You need lifesteal and some way to hit everything around you simultaneously. That's why Magnus is one of the best anti-Mega Creep heroes, because he gets that in power. But AL, they're just biding their time. They know that this game is won for them. They just don't want to go suicide, because, well, suiciding is generally not a good thing. And also, if you lose a 5-man team wipe and for some reason you don't have buyback, well then Quantic could just push in straight to your throne. It's going to be slow and it's going to be very unlikely, but it's still a possibility. Mega Creeps continue to pour in. God, invisible. Initiation from Brax. Going to go for Freezer. If they can bring him down before he gets the Ravage off, no, it's not going to happen. He's going to lose his Ravage to 1-4-3-7. He's going to try to get into play for it. Yes, he's going to land it on a whole bunch of people, but Korok is already down. Universe and Brax, the only one left, going to get Reality Rifted back into a pile of CKs. And Windrunner is the last one to survive. Brax calling the GG for Quantic, as AL, I mean, didn't really look like they were dominating this entire game, but simply just got caught. I mean, they caught Quantic out of position just a couple of times, and that was more than enough to win the game. So thanks for watching, guys. AL versus Quantic from the Starseries Season 3. This one goes to AL. GG.